Leadership is not simply about managing people. Leadership is about protecting a vision. And every hire either protects that vision or it will threaten it. And leadership mistakes are expensive. They are very, very expensive. Not only financially, but I tell you, emotionally, operationally, strategically, and then culturally. Why most hiring failures are leadership failures? Because hiring begins long before interviews. The greatest organizations in the world understand one truth: the quality of people determines the quality of the results. If you improve the people, you improve the organization. And then if you compromise on the people, eventually everything will suffer. The So imagine boarding a plane. The pilot walks in, confident, smiling, professional. Everyone is relaxed. Then suddenly he announces that I've never flown before. Today is actually my first day. The airline was desperate, so they gave me a chance. Nobody stays on that plane. Nobody says, let's give him time. Nobody says, maybe he will learn on the job. Nobody says, at least he has a good attitude. Why? Because some mistakes are too expensive. Some positions carry consequences. Some decisions affect everybody. Yet, everyday leaders hire people exactly this way. Not because they are qualified, not because they are aligned, not because they are capable, but because we needed somebody. We were desperate. We didn't want their position to be empty. We felt sorry for them. And 6 months later, they discovered a painful truth. The vacancy was never the problem. The wrong person was. A bad hire is not merely a staffing mistake. It is a leadership mistake. And leadership mistakes are expensive. They are very, very expensive. Not only financially, but I tell you, emotionally, operationally, strategically, and then culturally, even spiritually. Today we are going to discuss something. We are going to discuss one of the most expensive decisions every or any leader will ever make: who they allow into the organization. Because leadership is not simply about managing people. Leadership is about protecting a vision. And then every hire either protects that vision or it will threaten it. Leadership failures. Most organizations blame employees. Great leaders first examine leadership. Why most hiring failures are leadership failures? Because hiring begins long before interviews. Hiring begins with clarity. Many leaders do not know what they need. They only know that they need help. And then desperation always creates poor decisions. When vision becomes blurry, hiring becomes very dangerous. The wrong hire is often the result of lack of standards, lack of process, lack of patience, lack of discernment. The employee may have accepted the opportunity, but leadership approved the decision. Leadership owns the outcome. The greatest organizations in the world understand one truth: the quality of people determines the quality of the results. If you improve the people, you improve the organization. And then if you compromise on the people, eventually everything will suffer. The hidden cost of a bad hire. Most leaders calculate salary. Very few calculate consequences. Money can be recovered, time cannot. A bad employee consumes leadership bandwidth, meetings, corrections, follow-ups, repeated instructions, damage control, constant supervision. What should have taken one instruction now requires 10. The leader becomes trapped in maintenance instead of growth. The organization will begin to slow down. Not because of lack of opportunity, but it was because leadership is spending energy carrying someone who should have been contributing. Course number two is emotional drain. Nobody talks about this, but leaders know this. Bad hires are exhausting. You lose your sleep, you replay conversations, you worry about performances, you anticipate problems all the time. You spend emotional energy preparing for issues that should have never existed. Every leader has experienced this. The employee whose name appears on your phone, and instantly your mood changes. Not because they are evil, but because they are consistently creating problems. Leadership already carries pressure. A bad hire only multiplies it. And then exhausted leaders will most of the time make poor decisions. The cause number three is that there's cultural damage. Culture is fragile. One toxic person can poison an entire team. Negativity spreads faster than excellence. Excuses spread faster than discipline. Soon, your strongest performers become frustrated because the best people begin asking, why is this tolerated? The standard drop, momentum slows, trust decreases, and then the culture begins to decay. A culture takes years to build. One wrong hire can damage it in months. Cost number 4 of a bad hire: opportunity cost. This is a hidden killer. While the wrong person occupies the seat, the right person remains outside. The position is filled, but the potential remains empty. Every day the wrong person occupies the room, a better candidate is unavailable, a stronger contributor is missing, a future leader is overlooked. This is why opportunity cost is devastating. You don't merely lose what the bad hire produced, you lose everything the right hire could have produced. Why leaders hire the wrong people? There are predictable reasons. First of all, is desperation. Need creates pressure. Pressure creates shortcuts. Shortcuts creates consequences. Never hire because you are desperate. Hire because you are convinced. Linking people more than assessing them. Good personality is not enough. Character matters. Competence matters. Alignment matters. Capacity matters. Many leaders hire based on chemistry, the kind of vibe you have with the person. So you are more interested in hiring the person. Great leaders hire based on evidence. Most leaders ignore the red flags. Most bad hires announce themselves almost immediately, or they announce themselves early. There are signs: late responses, poor preparation, lack of accountability. There's inconsistency almost all the time. But leaders ignore warning signs because they need to fill that position. The red flags become future problems. Firing is expensive, but keeping the wrong person is costlier. Many leaders know someone should leave, but they delay. Weeks becomes months. Months become years. Why? Because difficult conversations are uncomfortable. But leadership is not the avoidance of discomfort. Leadership is the management of reality. Keeping the wrong person creates lower standards. It creates lower morale. There's lower productivity. There's lower trust. The organization pays every day. One difficult conversation today may prevent a year of damage tomorrow. You don't hire to fill gaps. You hire to protect a vision. You don't hire to fill gaps. You hire to protect the vision. Most people hire to solve today's problems. Visionary leaders hire to build tomorrow's future. Every person entering your organization must answer one question: will this person strengthen the vision? Not do I like them? Not do they need a job? Will this person help me temporarily? The question is, can they carry the weight of where we are going to? Because vision is heavy. Not everybody can carry it. And then not everybody should. Every hire is an investment. Every hire is a statement. Every hire is a leadership decision. So you have to choose wisely. Years from now, your organization will not become what you dream. It will become what your people produce. The future of your company is already hidden inside the people you choose today. Every seat matters. Every role matters. Every hire matters, because organizations do not rise above the quality of their people. The wrong hire creates a friction. The right hire creates momentum. The wrong hire drains energy. The right hire multiplies energy. The wrong hire consumes vision. The right hire advances the vision. Remember this. Leadership is not about filling empty chairs. Leadership is about protecting destiny. And the people you allow into your organization will determine whether that destiny is going to be accelerated or is going to be delayed. Choose carefully, because every hire writes a chapter in the future of your organization. And great leaders never hire simply to fill gaps.